Hello everyone, and welcome to our new series, Professionally Unqualified, where we are trying each profession for 2 weeks at a time to see exactly how we feel about each one and what we like and don't like. So every 2 weeks, we're going to be spinning a wheel to see what we get to play. We got it. You ready, Em?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
The suspense is killing me. What did we get?
I'm nervous.
We got Warrior? We're Warriors.
Oh my god.
We're going from one heavy to the next. Okay, so we're knocking out the heavy ones early.
Apparently.
Oh, damn. And the second profession we got was Warrior. So we are really getting through the heavy armor professions very quickly. Let's take a look at Warrior and what it's all about. Warrior is one of the 3 heavy armor users that you get to choose from, which also made reusing some of our fashion from our Revenant video a lot easier on the fashion side for us. Warriors use their power of anger and rage to headbutt their way to victory. They also utilize a burst mechanic, which lets you truly feel like a warrior because you will always be spamming large, high damage attacks. Warriors get a massive arsenal of weapons to choose from, which is honestly probably one of the most fun parts about it. My favorite part of Warrior was bringing the elite banner and getting some massive team saves during harder content. Overall, Warrior is a pretty straightforward profession that has a lot of choice for damage, but it's lacking on the support side of things for me. But that is okay, you can just go full rage and do some big attacks. You can use staff to get some support as well if you want, but there's no that healing skills or anything like that, so you kind of have to make your own build to have fun with it. Warrior has 3 elite specs, the Berserker, the Spellbreaker, and the Bloodthorn. But with that, I do want to get into each spec separately and just general pros and cons we had while playing. For reference, we did spend about 2 weeks on Warrior playing all forms of PvE content from open world, fractals, convergence, CMs, and everything in between. This review is based solely on PvE, not world vs world or structured PvP. We will do a quick recap on each spec, and then we'll get into how we felt while playing. The first one up is Berserker. Berserker gives the warrior access to Berserk mode that will change your bursts to primal bursts. These are even stronger, bigger burst skills. On top of that, you also get an increase to damage and attack speed as long as you maintain this mode. You get access to Torch, which lets you burn your enemies like never before. You can also turn yourself into just a walking fire field that you can combo off of. The new skills you'll get are called Rage skills, which is very appropriate for the Berserker. And these will help you constantly keep filling your adrenaline so you can keep your primal burst skills going on repeat. Berserkers are generally brought as a DPS or a quick DPS, which you provide by using your primal burst skills in quick succession. This is the spec that we did end up playing the most, and we kind of had the most fun with it throughout just because it has big, huge, chaotic attacks and fun skills. Spellbreaker gives warriors access to dual daggers, so you can mix up your builds quite a bit more because you'll get a new main hand and a new offhand that you can use interchangeably. It also gives you a new profession mechanic called Full Counter. This is a super defensive skill that you can use alongside your normal burst skills. It basically just blocks an attack and does an AoE attack around you. It's really handy. You also get the new meditation skills, which can be used to remove a lot of boons or reveal stealth enemies. The elite here is quite popular in all game modes simply because it's a large bubble that just blocks projectiles. Spellbreakers will only get brought in as a DPS into groups, but thematically we feel like they should have had access to quickness or Alack because it would have given them a lot more party time. I made sure to play Spellbreaker a fair bit, especially with the high attack speed you get from the trait dual wielding, and I quite enjoyed it overall. Bloodthorn gives Warrior an offhand pistol as well as a completely reworked profession mechanic. You're going to have only one weapon set, but you gain access to a gun saber. This is going to give you a full set of weapon skills to use anyway, and will also give you new burst skills to utilize. Your new burst skills are called Dragon Trigger, and you will need to use your new flow and charge these up to deal massive damage. There's some extremely strong skills that require some charge, so there's going to be some thought that you have to put into when you use them and where you stand. I ended up going back and playing some Bloodthorn to record more footage, and I actually did have a lot more fun once I sat down and learned some of the skills and the flow and everything with it. It kind of flows really nicely once you actually get good at it, but it is definitely a bit harder to pick up on. Bloodthorn, oddly enough, is the specialization that allows Warrior to provide Alack. I feel that Bloodthorn would have been a better choice as just pure DPS and to give Alack to maybe Spellbreaker personally though. So how did we feel about Warrior during our time playing them? Warrior was fun, but it didn't quite hit the mark for us. It lacked a lot of diversity for builds since it used a lot of signets, which is great for players that need more low intensity builds, but it just kind of fell flat a bit because of this. Their shouts don't really have any animation, so using shouts is kind of a little bit bland. You just kind of activate a skill and you get the buffs. If Spellbreaker would have more diversity, I would have had a bit better time, I believe. Overall, it's a fun profession though, and I do enjoy a lot of the weapons, and there's a lot of choices. The best part still being the big banner drops is quite exciting. For the pros, these are in no particular order, just what we noted while playing Warrior. Warrior has a large option of weapons to choose from. You can choose from a lot of different ones to make your build. Warrior Staff has a lot of useful skills and great animations. I really like the addition of Staff. The addition of Spear made the Warrior a lot more adaptable because it really didn't have a lot of ranged choices prior. Berserker was great, lots of cool skills. The big primal bursts are amazing. Using the banner to get a big res is fantastic, and it's super handy in big team fights like Convergences. Warrior has the best spin to win skill overall. Now for the cons, this is in no particular order, so nothing outweighs the rest. It's just kind of things we noted. Providing a lack didn't feel great overall. It locked the dragon triggers on Bloodthorn, and it just didn't feel nice to do for us. It was kind of an odd way to provide a lack. Build diversity was lacking a little bit, just simply because the signets are so strong that it feels almost mandatory to bring 1 to 3 of them. Adrenaline management and upkeep felt a bit tedious as a quick DPS. It really limited the build at the time because you were forced to bring Axe. Just as a little side note, we played before the update. I believe quickness now is provided a little bit easier, so you can bring a bit more diversity to your weapons. Banners didn't really see a lot of play in most builds because they're just not as useful. It's a stationary AoE that gives boons in that area, so it just didn't get a lot of purpose. But with all that said, I hope that gave you some insight to Warrior. We did have fun in the end with Warrior. Going back and playing Bloodthorn was actually a lot of fun for me. If you want to check it out, I highly suggest it. We're running a new profession every 2 weeks, so until we finish them all. And that'll give us some insight to help players when they ask questions and give other useful advice. If you have anything you'd like to add, please feel free to leave a sub and leave a comment below. We do stream this all over on Twitch, so if you want to check it out and watch us live as we struggle through each profession, head over there and you can watch us 3 days a week.
Oh, no worries. Okay, no, Timely said I'm probably going to drop. I'm getting a bit tired, Bellstick. No, thank you.
I got abandonment issues. You can't just do that to me, you know?
Thank you for joining, Timely.
Like when M goes to the bathroom, I never know if she's coming back, okay? Okay. We have another video. The Revenant video is finished for this, so check out the playlist and you'll be able to watch that one as well. We're happy to bring these videos to you and help you decide maybe what profession you're interested in trying out, but we will catch you in the next video.
I guess that I was hoping I could break